Hey, I'm Furko. I've been playing old school RuneScape for well over a decade, and in that time I've achieved quite a bit. 200 mils, PVM achievements, skill and records, I've done a bit of everything. But now it's time to lock in. There are so many goals to achieve in this game, all pets, Grandmaster combat achievements, even 200 mil in all skills. Nothing is too big of a challenge and everything is on the table. So, sit back, relax, and join me on my attempt to complete RuneScape. Hello, guess who? Welcome back to Completing RuneScape, the series where a guy who has played a lot of RuneScape plays more RuneScape. Last episode we started the Grandmaster grind and put a real sizable dent into it, and you'll never guess what we're doing this episode. The good news is, I only have 3 places left where I need to achieve combat. The bad news is, unfortunately they contain some of the worst, hardest and longest CAs in the game, so yeah, whose smart idea was that? Right. The 3 places I need to finish are the Colosseum, Theatre of Blood, and Tombs of Amascut? I can't remember the name of the content.
You can even call it Raids 3.
Raids 3. These 3 all have some really challenging tasks, as well as some of the ones that I think will be really fun to take on. In this episode, we're going to focus on the Colosseum, and then the next few episodes are going to do TOA and TOB. Today is literally Delve release day as well, so I'm assuming some CAs are going to come with that. Hopefully I can get Grandmaster before they come out. If not, they'll also just be in here somewhere. So, Colosseum, let's take a look. The Fortis Colosseum has a total of 13 combat achievements, but because you're joining me 1,000 days into my account's journey, naturally some of these, well, most of them really have been ticked off. All but 5 of them came during the pet grind, which I got very conveniently on only 10 KC. If you're dry, I am sorry. Perfect footwork is a task that quite a lot of people struggle with. That's sort of like the perfect kill. And I kind of got that whilst not really going for it during a bingo. No idea how. The 4 remaining are mostly simple. The easiest of the 4 is probably I brought mine too. You just have to kill Soul with a Hasta or Spear. Noxious Halberd makes this relatively straightforward, so I'm going to start with that one. Welcome to the Colosseum, where every modifier choice is absolutely horrendous. Ooh, would you like to be thrown off a cliff or would you prefer to be shot out of a cannon? Piss off. I have a love-hate relationship with Colosseum. I find it really fun, but unfortunately I'm just like not good at it. I think that with nearly 300 Inferno KC that I have a bit of a clue about wave-based PVM minigames, but apparently not. I was watching Rigondale the other day and he was doing great. I mean, he was getting his head caved in, but he would solve so many waves by just running south. Me personally, I have a phobia of running south, so I tend to just try and solve things at this one pillar and get my shit rocked instead. That sounded weird. All that to say, I think the main blocker to these CAs is going to be actually getting to the final boss. The actual things that you have to do at the boss, not that difficult, so as long as we can get there consistently, this should be a breeze. She cappy on my bara till I orange. There's myopia. Okay, great. That's super important for using the Nox Halley on Sol. Chat, am I cooked? Nah, it's okay. I've figured it out. Don't do it. Do not do it. Don't click it. No! Oh, what the fuck? Alright, I'm expecting a long, yet hopefully calm, Soul Heredit fight. Ow. You see how I'm getting dragged back in when I attack? That's why myopia is really important. If I didn't have that modifier, I'd have to click back in manually and it'd be a pain in the ass. Oh my god, I do have Doom 2, so I can't make too many mistakes. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I've only got 2 Sanfuse sips. What happened? Am I fucked? Do I just turn piety off? I guess so, hey. We can try and flick. Oh my... Okay, maybe not. Oh my god! You can't win? I'm inclined to agree with you, bruv. Ah, my head's gone. This is over. This is so over. Oh, come on, man. Oh my... I've got 5 prayer points and one hit of doom. Let's end this? That is what I'm saying, honestly. I've had enough. Oh my fu- What the hell was that? Oh, an Echo Crystal. Next up is Slow Dancing in the Sand, which is a pretty easy one. You're just not allowed to run. Well, that went well. Nothing calms the head like a Sunfire top 4.5 mil. I am going to take that. I have a feeling I'm going to need the money for all the deaths. I did, in fact, need the money for all the deaths. For whatever reason, my brain turned off and I went not 1, not 2, not even 9? Bro, I just walked on top of the flare. Okay, yeah, I like that. Yeah, sure, oh, yeah. Just shag your now. But 17 deaths in a row before I even saw Sol again. It was a not so fun 2-day long descent into madness, which resulted in some pretty funnily named clips, including my favourite, which is just called Clobbered. Oh. You can't even be mad at that, really, can you? Slow Dance in the Sand should be quite easy if you can actually get to the boss. It all comes down to how you handle that second shield attack where you have to step back 2 rows. It can be quite annoying because you have to either have the reaction time of a god or click to move on the same tick that the attack animation happens. Luckily, there is a failsafe way to handle this. If he does shield 1, then the center tile 2 rows back will be safe from both attacks, either shield 2 or spear 1. So the tech is if you get shield 1, you know that that tile's safe, so you just start moving as soon as the attack animation happens. And after that, it's essentially just a normal kill, but you'll probably make more mistakes, so try and bring a few more brews than usual. Not the cleanest kill in the world, but honestly, given the circumstances, I will take it. Jesus, more Echo Crystals? I'm bloody rich! Showboating. Perform the Fortis salute to the north, south, east and west, while Soul Heredit is below 10% HP, and then kill him. I went all dizzy, bruv. Nah, that's not too hard, we'll get it next time. This becomes a lot easier when you realise you don't have to wait for the emote to finish before you move. Oh my fucking... Come on. Oh my... Okay, like I said, nice and easy. One final Colosseum task to go. Unfortunately, it's possibly the hardest solo combat achievement in the game. Allegedly. Maybe. Don't take my word for it though. Let's ask Jagex's PVM expert and the psychopath behind some of your least favourite combat achievements, Mod Nox. yeah, so what do you think is the hardest solo combat achievement in the game?
Did you really just call me to ask?
You know what I don't like hearing? It's when people go, "Oh, you're doing that, CA? Good luck." Nothing good has ever happened when I go for those achievements. More often than not, my head ends up in outer space. Right then. Reinforcements. You have to get a kill with Bees 2, Solar Flare 2, and Quartet modifiers all active. And that's why we've just taken Solar Flares as early as possible. Solar Flares makes it so that there are flares moving around the pillar the whole time during the fight, and they cause damage if you step on them. And Solar Flares 2 just makes it so these move faster and hit harder. And they stay in place for the final fight, so it just sort of restricts where you can move during the Soul fight. Quartet makes it so another barbarian spawns at the start of each wave, which can just throw you off, and it just makes the later waves really annoying, because when you're trying to deal with complex spawns, you have a different sort of rhythm to the start of your wave, and it's just frustrating. And then Bees 2 is the big one. There's going to be 2 spawns of bees floating around the arena, trying to poison you for all of the waves and also for the final fight. Ah, there's Solar Flares too, I'll take that. It does mean we're going to have powerful flares for almost all of the waves though. Lovely. The end result of these modifiers is a very hectic, very annoying final fight, and the later waves too, there's just a lot going on. Not only is the fight harder, but there's also an element of RNG to it. The modifiers that are offered are semi-random, and you might just like not get the ones you need. It just sounds frustrating all around. I want words with whoever made this one, just give them a fucking wedgie, honestly. That was nice. And this is just exhibit A of Solar Flares making what should be a really easy solve just annoying. Instead of a wave that should just be me just killing this ranger, I've now got to like step back, flick the melee, just all because this dude is just coming around the pillar. You can run over the flares if you need to, but I find the timing to just be really annoying, so I avoid it if I can. Okay, there's Quartet. Are we actually getting a run on the first attempt? The extra barbarian isn't a big deal on these earlier waves. It's really when you have like 2 NPCs to flick and an extra barbarian and solar flares and maybe a bee as well. That's when it tends to get really messy. Okay, going into 8 and no bees. It's not all doomed. Ideally I don't get bees until like 10 or 11. Oh no. What do I even do here? Die? Die. Oh man, just pure panic because of all the extra stuff going on. We go again, and hopefully this time we actually get to Sol. Wave 1 and we have to pick between Quartet or bees. Oh my god. As much as it pains me, I think I'm gonna go bees. I'm gonna go bees because I need to get bees twice, whereas I only need to get Quartet once, so I think it makes sense as much as it pains me. I've actually made a slight change to my setup specifically just for the bees. I've got a crossbow with me, which this is just because it's a 3-tick bow with a really long range, which should make dealing with the bees a bit easier. Nothing here, let's just take Blasphemy 2. There's Solar Flares, and there's Quartet. It's starting to get a bit more hectic. Oh! Oh my god! Solar Flares 2. The nice thing about the Minotaur is that he's so bloody huge that you can still safe spot him and avoid the flares. Very handy. Excuse my French, but what the fuck? Actually, I can just pretend that this is a Wave 65 Inferno and all of a sudden it's an easy solve. Nice. No modifiers we need here, so 3 more attempts to get bees. Holy shit. How did I not just get nuked? Again with no bees. I feel like this is either going to be perfect or just a complete wipe. No bees into 11 as well. One more chance or this run is just done. Been a really nice run, to be fair. Most solves have been pretty straightforward, so hopefully we get those bloody bees. Oh, there they are. Okay, bloody hell. Okay, this is it then. Woof! Will it take only 1 sol? I would be shocked. I would be very shocked. There we go. Of course, the more misses. My aim is to basically focus the bees as much as possible. I'm basically thinking that, like, if they're dead, they're not gonna come and get me. A dead bee can't sting you. So anytime I get a little bit of downtime, like during the phase transitions or whatever, I'm just gonna shoot the bees. And if they're dead, they can't sting me. So that's the plan. I swear I never get these grapples right. Oh man, you just spawned on my head, huh? Step back. So you see, I basically just ignore the boss when the bees spawn. It sounds daft, but just staying calm is genuinely the key. There's not actually too much to deal with if you just, like, relax. I finally get one and I claw scratch. Fuck off. Yes! Oh my god, that... Wow, I mean, woof. I don't want to piss off everyone who told me that they struggled really hard with this, but that wasn't bad at all. That was actually kind of fun. I didn't hate that. That was decent. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys and girls. If you've got this far, I hope that means you enjoyed. And if you did, I'd love a comment and a like. The last episode kind of got absolutely destroyed by the algorithm, or maybe people just didn't like it, I don't know. Either way, a comment just helps me so much and would make me smile, so please? As I record this, Sailing is coming out tomorrow, and that shakes up my plans a bit. The next episode is going to be a huge jump forward in time to cover the Sailing release, how I trained that, the Journey to 99, all that good stuff. And then we'll go back in time to the GM content. Is that weird? Maybe it's weird. Let me know. I feel like I'm saying this a lot again, but I am sorry for the delay with releasing these videos. Unfortunately, I just had like a month of being really busy, and if I wasn't busy, I was ill, so the motivation to edit just didn't exist. I'm currently doing the classic new YouTuber thing of and ahhing about what videos I'm making, what I enjoy and don't enjoy about YouTube, so if the style of this one was a bit off, I'm sorry about that too. Just trying to get the balance between editing and gameplay right, because the last episode had a lot more sort of stylized editing and less gameplay, and I think people just didn't like it. I don't know. Anyway, who am I kidding? If you've watched this far, clearly I did something right. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon for an episode on the high seas. Yep, celebrating on my own like the loser I am.